Hey, it's Erin. One of my favorite pieces of equipment is the Landmine. It's so simple yet so versatile, and it's kind of a hybrid between a machine and a free weight in that you have stability, you have a very predictable bar pattern, but you also have this flexibility and freer range of motion. So you can really program some interesting exercises that you wouldn't be able to do with just free weights or just on a machine. And today's workout is no exception. We're going to be hitting legs, and it's a superset workout, so it's faster paced. If you're in a time crunch, let's say you only have 20 to 30 minutes to train, this workout is for you. It is going to set your legs and glutes on fire. So without further ado, let's go train. Let's load up some plates and get into this workout. Our first exercise is the thruster. This is a great exercise for increasing circulation, increasing your heart rate, and getting you ready for the tough workout ahead. Feet are about 1 to 1.5 times shoulder width apart. You want an interlocking grip on that barbell, making sure your palms are underneath the end of the bar. Get into your squat position and explode upwards. Go slower until you get the hang of it, and then you can go fast. The idea is to explode upward, control the bar on the way down. Our first superset is a squat followed by an RDL facing the opposite direction. Now with your squat, it is the exact same setup as your thruster. So feet are going to be about shoulder width apart. You're going to interlock your hands over the bar, making sure that your palms are under the bar. Elbows are close to the body, and the end of the bar should be right at about your collarbone. You want to make sure to keep your chest tall and really focus on the effort coming from your lower body. Weight should be through the heels. Toes, knees should be in alignment. Core should be nice and tight. And you're just going to rep it out. Once you finish with the squats, you're going to go ahead and put the bar down, and then you're going to do a 360 facing away from the anchor. Again, you're going to interlock your fingers under the bar this time, providing a nice solid foundation for the pull. Feet should be shoulder width apart, soft bend in the knee, and we are hinging at the hip here. So as you lower the bar, think about pushing your hips back, keeping your back nice and flat at the same time. If your back starts to round, do not go as low. So really be aware of your back and protecting it. Arms are extended. This is simply a lower body exercise. We are only stabilizing the upper body. Try to keep your chest tall if possible, so stretch through your torso, and try to actively also push your knees out as you perform this exercise. And we are just repping out the exercise back to back, and then you're going to take between 1 to 3 minutes between the superset. Next, we're moving on to a hack squat with a superset of a sideways angled split squat. Now with a hack squat, in the past you've seen me go up on my toes. Since I'm still recovering from my Achilles repair surgery, I'm going to just focus on pushing the weight through the toes. Pushing the weight through the toes and leaning at a slight angle into the bar is going to help really activate those quads. We also want to think about bending at the knees here. So this is more of a knee dominant exercise. We're not so much hinging at the hips. You want to try to keep your hips in line with your shoulders the entire time. And again, just really pushing through the toes. We're going to switch right to that rack position, similar to your front squat, and you're going to step out slightly. You want your outer leg to be the lead leg here, and you're going to lean into the bar. This is going to really help to recruit the outer quad. This is going to recruit your glutes, and you're simply going to perform that split squat. As you get into that mid-rep position, thinking about your ankles, your knees, and your hips being at a 90-degree angle. So you want to make sure as you switch sides that you're performing the exercise exactly the same from right to left. So we're looking for that close to 90-degree angle right there at the knee, pushing through the heel. If you want to hit more glutes, if you want to focus a little bit more on your quads, go ahead and push through the toe. And that bar is going to rest right in the crook of your shoulder, making sure to keep your elbow high. This is what is going to lock that bar in place, give you that really nice feeling of stability. Keep your core tight throughout the exercise. Moving on to our last superset. This is a spicy one. Go ahead and get a yoga mat or a towel. We're going to do a reverse Nordic curl followed by a light sumo squat for reps. Now with this reverse Nordic curl, you can go ahead and practice this with just your body weight and then go ahead and add the bar. When you get into position for this exercise, you want to almost get under the edge of that bar to allow you that proper range of motion. And you want to keep your body in plank position from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. This is a quad exercise. So if you only have a landmine at home or if you don't want to do leg extensions, this is an excellent substitute. This is going to light your quads on fire. Now, for this transition to the next exercise, I'm just going to go ahead and pop a 25-pound plate on and then get back into that squat position. This is much lighter than our first exercise, and we're also doing the sumo stance. So feet are about 2 times shoulder width apart. You could go a little bit wider. Weight is really pushed through the heels. I like to turn my toes out, toes turn out, knees turn out as well. Keep your upper body nice and tall, and you're just going to do as many reps as you can do. Let's say you're training at home and you have a barbell, or let's say you're at a gym and you have the bar, but you don't have a place to put it. If you have a sturdy corner, you can perform a lot of these exercises. I would say place the bar in a sturdy corner, not where there's drywall, because the bar is just going to go through and it's going to be pretty embarrassing. So don't do that. Try just unloaded and see how the stability is. And I've seen in some videos, people will take a 45-pound plate and they'll place the end of the bar in the 45-pound plate, and that can provide some stability as well. So there are some workarounds. At the end of the day, I really recommend just having that sleeve. If you're training at home and you're really serious about making gains and training safely, then that's overall the best option. Now, just like anything else, you want to keep track of your progress. You want to keep track of the amount of weight that you're lifting over the weeks and making sure that you are either increasing the volume or you're increasing the amount of weight that you're lifting. Now, if you're training at home or if you're training in a place that has limited equipment, you don't really have the ability to go up in weight. Let's say you have only 25-pound plates, and that's a pretty big jump to throw another one on. Some methods that you can use to increase difficulty without having to go heavier. These would be your pause reps, your slow eccentrics or slow negatives, partial reps. You can add bands. These are all ways that you can increase the complexity without necessarily having to go heavier. Let me know if you'd like a video on this. This is one of my favorite things to do, is figure out ways to make an exercise more challenging so you can continue to make progress, but not always have to throw on more and more weight, because sometimes we're just not in the position to be able to do that, or maybe we just don't want to, even though I'm a fan of lifting heavy. All right, that's it for this time. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and joining the Fit Fam. We'd love to have you. This is a place where we can all achieve our goals and root for each other as we're achieving our own personal best. Remember that you are the one who sets the yardstick to your success, not anyone else. So whatever you decide is successful, then that's what it is. That's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, train smart and train hard, y'all.